your channel. So today I am just going to kind of be vlogging our Thanksgiving day. We're not going to do too much. We're going up to his family's house and we're going to eat with them, and then probably a little later go by and see my mom. But that is what we are doing right now, is we are just driving. Tyler's driving. So, but we thought it would be fun to do our Q&A with you. We've had a couple of you guys ask us some questions, so we're going to answer those now. So don't forget, if you're not already, subscribe to my channel, hit that little bell so that way you don't miss anything, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and let's get started. Okay, so the first question we got was, how long have you guys been trying to conceive? And the technical answer to that is just over a year, but we haven't necessarily been trying, but we haven't been doing anything to prevent it either for almost 2 years now?
2 years in January.
2 years in January. So technically a little over a year, but really it's been like 2 years. Okay, another question we have is, have we picked out baby names yet? Yes and no. We have 5 or 6 boy names and 5 or 6 girl names that we really like, but we haven't just narrowed it down to like, oh, if we have a boy, we're definitely naming it this, and if we have a girl, we're definitely naming her this. We do know that if we end up with twins and they're a boy and a girl, we want to do Gabriella and Gabriel. So no, we don't officially have names picked out yet, but we do have some that we really like. Do we want to tell them the boy name that we really liked?
Yeah, sure.
Well, we really like Levi, and we were thinking maybe Levi Corey Pierce. If we have a girl, we really like the name, and he came up with it. It's Arabelle, but we don't have a middle name for her yet. But yeah, so that's the 2 names so far that like is really like number 1 on our list. But who knows? It'll probably change between now and when we get pregnant and a month before we have the baby. So question number 3 was, who is messier, me or Tyler? He has this thing where we're really bad about eating in our bedroom, and he will just leave bags of food beside the bed for like days, and then finally I'll have to just go in and pick it up. But I mean, he's not that bad. He's really not. Like when he shaves and stuff, he's really good about cleaning the sink, and he always like puts the toilet seat back down, and he's good about like helping me do laundry and stuff like that, but he is messier than I am. But that's okay. And then question number 4 is, question number 4, who's the better cook? It is me, but not, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a better cook. I just know how to cook more.
She's a more well-rounded cook.
I've been cooking for a lot longer than what he has, but everything he's ever made me has been really good. You are a good cook. I just know how to do more, and I think I have more patience for cooking than he probably does, and I have more time, but which is really funny to say because I never cook, and it's not because I can't, it's just because we're never at home. So okay, question number 6 was, are there any pet peeves that we have about each other? So is there anything he does that bothers me, and is there anything I do that bothers him? Tyler, you go first.
Okay, so I haven't actually told her this yet, so this is like the first time she's hearing of it, but she does this thing usually early in the morning when she's in a hurry and late for work, where she'll like run out the door and she won't close the door all the way, like the front door. And so like in the summers, it's like, you know, it raises like, because our bedroom door is kind of like right by our front door, and so it like raises the temperature of like the lobby like area right there by a couple degrees, and like it makes it warmer. And in the winter, I mean, it'll freeze your. It's cold.
Yeah, I didn't know I did that.
Yeah.
I had no. You should have just told me, because I thought I had always closed it all the way. Oh.
Not a big deal. But that's like of all of the things that like couples have to complain about each other, like that's like my worst one for her. Like that's like there's just really not very much of like what she does that like bothers me at all, and like none of the stuff is a big thing.
Aww.
So
is there anything else I do that's like a big pet peeve?
no.
No? No? You don't really do much either. Sometimes he eats really loud, but I mean, he can't help that.
And she thinks everybody eats loud.
I do. So, other than, I guess the trash, leaving the trash beside the bed, that's really the only thing. Just because it gets annoying, because our cat, especially if we forget to close our bedroom door and we leave our bedroom door open, one of our cats will just dig through the bag and like shred everything up, and then it's all over the bedroom floor, it's all over the house. So, but you know, really I could just also be better about picking it up kind of immediately too. So, I mean, you're not really fully to blame on that one. So, but question number 7, we were asked if the house that we are in now is going to be like our forever home. The answer to that is probably not. We are in it now because it is paid off. My stepdads were absolutely amazing, and we got the house really, really dirt cheap. I want to say $23,000 or $26,000. It's a fixer-upper. Me and my stepdad, because I've had it since before I met him, and me and my stepdad have went in half together and like paid for a bunch of stuff. We've done a lot of remodeling on it. That sun is, sorry babe, that sun is like in my eyes. But we have both, you know, put in a lot of money and time, and I have helped him fix a lot of things up. And there are still some things that Tyler and I are gonna do in it. We're gonna put new carpet in, we're fixing to put a new bathroom in, we're raising the ceiling. And we're paying to do all of that just because, you know, I'm not a spoiled little brat that expects my parents to do everything for me. So we are paying for that. But no, we would really like to move more of a halfway point between where we live now and his family's house, because my family is in Chickamauga with us and his family is up in the College Del Ottawa area. So we're hoping to maybe get something in like the East Brainerd or Ringgold area, I think. Is that what we're kind of looking at? Or maybe like towards the back end of the backside of College Dale and Ringgold,
Georgia.
But yeah, so no, we probably will be in this house for several more years because we want him to get through college first. But we do plan on eventually moving and probably renting out the house to somebody for like an extra source of income. So
Question number 8 is who dresses better, or who's more stylish, or just in general. See, we have a differing opinion on this one, because I mean, she thinks I'm super sexy, and I think that she's the most beautiful person in the world. And so, you know, I think we both look great all the time. So, you know, she dresses me in nice clothes and makes sure that I never look sloppy and unkempt. And she is kind of one of those people that always likes to, unless, you know, we're going to like Taco Bell or like the dollar store or something, like she always looks really nice. So
see, and I disagree with that. I feel like he knows how to dress himself. I mean, I buy him cute clothes, but he knows how to dress himself and he knows how to piece his own stuff together. So I really don't have to do any of that. But also, I feel like if one of us were gonna be like looking a little nicer to go out like to eat, no, it's totally you. Because usually I'm just in sweatpants and like a form-fitting like t-shirt, and you're the one who will put on like your jeans and your, you know, usually like this button up, because this is his button up, and he's always got to have a shower before he can go out in public. And
so here's the thing, like, I am a firm believer, and like this is just like my thing for everybody, is you should wear something that's comfortable. Like, not necessarily that's just like super just like comfy fabric or like whatever it is, like that's important, but just like something that you like feel comfortable in. And so like for me, like when I put on like the button-up shirts and stuff like that, like and jeans, like it's because those are like my comfy clothes. Like I enjoy wearing those, they make me feel comfortable, you know. It's just that like, and here again, most of this is because like she goes and she buys me like nice looking stuff that like makes my butt look good. Like it's not my fault that like my jeans just like look nice, you know. But like I don't have to. I mean I go out in like sweatpants and stuff like that.
Yeah,
too.
it's just not as often as what I would normally.
So anyway,
I mean,
opinions.
I guess we're both equally as stylish. I guess, don't take offense to this. I guess you're probably just a little more preppy about it than I am, because I just don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I look nice today, but I'm hoping we can get some pictures, because this is our first Thanksgiving as a married couple, so pretty excited.
Yeah.
And so our last question that we got was, and this is I think Tyler's favorite one, what has been our favorite and our least favorite thing about trying to have a baby? So since Tyler's so excited to answer this one, I will let him go first.
Okay, so we'll start with the hard part, our least favorite thing. Obviously, the most frustrating thing about trying to get pregnant is the negatives at the end of the cycle. That can really eat at you over time, and I know she's posted a video pretty recently about a little breakdown that she had, but I would be lying if I said that I didn't have one pretty much the same day. So, you know,
He did. He actually, sorry to pause you, he was a double that day, and I think it was Friday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday. So he was a double Saturday, and he did the first part of his shift, and
it was crap.
Yeah, and he already had a bad day on top of it, plus my breakdown, like, on the way up, because I dropped him off because I had to do some shopping around the mall. So, anyways, it was so bad that the manager that was managing that night saw him coming out to let me know, hey, I'm not getting much of a break. Go ahead, you and, you know, your sister, go get something to eat. Don't wait on me. And he stopped Tyler and was like, bud, what's wrong? And Tyler was like, man, I don't have the energy to talk to you right now. And so when he got back in the building, the manager pulled him to the side and was like, you know, what is wrong? Like, what's going on with you? And Tyler, I guess, just like broke down in tears, and his manager is the sweetest and was like, you know what, bud, you've had a bad day, you've had a rough morning, now this, he was like, take the night off. He goes, just take the night off. You've already got like a super busy schedule coming up anyways this week. Go home, we'll figure it out. So they let him go home, which I thought was super nice, but carry on.
Yeah, so that's the hardest part, is just the, you know, the negatives at the end of the month. But honestly, like, my favorite part about like trying to conceive is like how, no, that's what she said when I posed this, you know, when we were reading over these questions. Like, she was like, I think we all know what your favorite part is. But no, actually my favorite part of it is just how suspenseful it all can be. Like we get into it, and you know, there are little signs that, like, you know, are very positive and like reassuring throughout the month, and like it, you know, it can make you feel like super excited like as the month goes on, because like, you know, when you think about like your day-to-day life, there's not usually a super whole lot that can like get you just like excited. And like this whole process, like month to month, like every day is something, like there's something to get excited about. And you know, it sucked because so far like that excitement has all kind of like culminated in, you know, in negative experiences at the end of the cycle. But like the, you know, the 30 or so days between like when we know that it's not happened and then, you know, that next time, like that is an exciting period of time, because we don't know if it's like this could be our month, and this could be like, you know, the culmination of all of that hard work and that time that we've put in. And like, you know, we recently, or actually like just last night, we bought just sort of like a symbol.
Don't tell him.
A symbol of hope.
Okay, I was gonna say don't tell him because I was gonna do a big reveal on it.
No, we kind of bought like a symbol of hope that's just sort of like this is gonna happen for us eventually. Like we know it's gonna happen for us eventually. It's just like we need a little bit of just like, you know, courage and reassurance like for ourselves that like it's both gonna happen and it's not gonna happen like 20 years down the road sort of thing. So like that's my favorite part about like the process. It's just like that time of just like this could be our month. Like, oh, that, you know, that's an ovulation like symptom right there. That's awesome. Like stuff like that. So
which
yeah.
I don't, and just on that, I have a really good feeling about this month, and I didn't really have a good feeling about November, just because I don't think I ovulated. There were some signs that had been there that weren't, and I didn't get to go to the doctor because my grandfather got put in the hospital, and it was and I got sick, and it was a crazy month. But so we're not for sure if I did or not, but I don't think I did. But I have a really good feeling about this month, especially because I'm now they put me on my metformin, so I'm on my metformin for this month, so I think that'll do good things. My favorite part about it is just, I feel like it brings me and you closer. Like,
well, it's definitely something to like bond over. I
yeah.
mean, it's really hard to like try to have a baby and be like distanced,
I mean, like,
emotionally.
you know, every month, I mean, just, not that we don't already talk when we do this, but it's just, we get to talking about like having kids, and then like your childhood, and then like I learn a little bit more about you, and like, you know, how you were when you were growing up, and I get to hear more stories, like, you know, and there's stuff that I wouldn't typically just think to ask him. It's just like, oh, we're talking about our kids and like our future and what we want to do with them, and then it's like, oh, well, did you ever go and do that? And he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, what? I never knew. Tell me the story. That happened. I don't remember what it was about, but that happened just I feel like just yesterday we were talking about something. I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that does happen pretty regularly.
So, you know, and then there's things, you know, same thing with him. We'll get to talking, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, did you know when I was little, like me and my dad used to do this? He'd be like, no, you never told me that. That actually did happen yesterday, but I'm not going to tell that story on camera because it's really embarrassing. But actually, I will go ahead and tell it. So when I was little, my dad and I, because he has never heard me let one rip yet, but when I was little, I would beg my mom and Gene, my stepdad, to put on a pot of beans for the sole purpose that me and my dad would have farting contests on the way up to Indiana. So, and he never knew that, so we were talking. I was like, I had started my period yesterday, and I was like all bloated and like gassy and stuff, TMI, and I was like, today might be the day, and he was like, well, it's gonna happen when you're pregnant. I was like, hey, did you know? He was like, no. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like it makes us bond a lot faster than what we probably normally would, just because we think of stuff a little bit quicker to ask each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is it. That's all we have, at least as far as the Q&A part of it goes. I will, at the end of this, just tag some like family stuff for Thanksgiving with like some pretty music or some fun music or whatever. But I am going to, if you guys want to see what we bought as like our little symbolic hope, give this video a thumbs up, because if this video does not reach, how many thumbs up? 20 thumbs up. I don't know.
I'm making it up.
I'm making this up. But give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you want to see it. It's pretty cool. I am so excited. He is like even more excited, because last night I was like, well, maybe we shouldn't get that. We do have Christmas coming up. He was like, no, I want it. Like, we're getting it. So if you guys want to see what it is, let us know. Give us give this video a thumbs up, and whenever we get it in, it'll probably be a week or two, but when we get it in, I will unbox it and show it to you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe. You guys have a great Thanksgiving, although this probably won't go up until tomorrow, so I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. We will see you next time. Bye! Happy Thanksgiving, Corey.
Why are you running? Who am I saying Happy Thanksgiving to?
My friends on YouTube.
Hi.
He's mad because he's never been in any of my videos. So,
Happy Spanksgiving.
Thanks for watching with a dope smiley face.